morning, everyone. Hope your day has started off good. Can't talk this morning. You know, I'm thinking this morning, I read yesterday, reading 1 Samuel, chapters 4 through 6. Thinking about how many times we think we can just add God to our life and still do what we want to do. Just kind of make him an add-on. I mean, that's a good thing, an add-on. Kind of like your hamburger. You know, you can add cheese for this much, and you can add bacon, and it's more. You know, so we treat him like a hamburger topping, like he's something we can add to what we've already got, and expect him to help us not to fail. That's what happened to the Israelites here in 1 Samuel. It said they went out, they were battling the Philistines. And let's remember why they're battling the Philistines to start with. It's because they didn't clear all the inhabitants of their land as God instructed them to do. So now they're battling the Philistines again. It says they went out to battle. They had 10,000 men that were wiped out in the battle. They came back. And they said, you know what, this time. Now, let's preface this with a time that Israel was in. Eli was the high priest, and his two sons were about as big as scoundrels as there were working under him. And he knew it and allowed it to continue. So, the elders of Israel decided on their own accord, hey, let's go up and get the Ark, the covenant, and bring it with us into battle. Not let's go up and seek the Lord and see what he says and ask him for help. No, let's just go get it like it's some kind of good luck charm. And it'll work. Like it's a ritual thing. Every time, when we got the Ark, just because we have some symbol, let's not assume that God's with us. Just because we go through the motions sometimes. That's what these people were doing. Let's just go through the motions. Let's not actually seek the Father and see if he will help us. Let's not actually seek God and see what's wrong in our lives and see what needs fixing. And then when we fix that, he'll go out and conquer our battles for us. No, they just assumed we just add him in and it'll work. That it says what happened. They took the Ark. And this time, instead of losing 10,000 men, they lose 30,000 men. And what's worse than that, they abandoned the battlefield with the Ark on it, and the Philistines took possession of the Ark. So, there's this great lament in the nation of Israel because they felt that that God had left them. Well, what I'll tell you is God had left them. Nope, wrong wording. They had left God a long time ago. And that Ark being gone had nothing to do with it. They thought that was something just like Just like the ark, they thought God was someone that they could, you know what, we'll just add him into our life and still keep living like we want to. Let's remember, this was right after the time, actually it is still the time of Judges, because they had not appointed Saul as the king yet. They had Samuel, the prophet, but he had not gained notoriety where people listened to him yet. So they were still in the time of Judges, which clearly tells us a number of times that people did what was right in their own eyes. They didn't worry about what God said. Whatever they felt like doing, they did. Whatever they felt was right, was right. And we'll show our reverence for God every now and then. And we'll just kind of add him into what we're doing. Same thing the army thought they could do here. Let's just add him in and it'll be okay. But it wasn't okay. And, God shows us clearly what happened next is they take the ark and they put it in the temple of Dagon. And they come out the next day and the statue of Dagon is on the ground. So they put it back up. And then they come out the next day and the statue of Dagon is not only on the ground this time, but his head and his hands are broken off. What God is telling them is the same thing he told the children of Israel. I'm not going to share my throne. I don't share my throne. I am God. And you either worship me or you don't. So while, just like he wouldn't share the throne of Dagon, he doesn't share his throne with us. I don't get to decide. But so many times we think we get to decide. You know what, I'll do this even though I haven't sought God's counsel, even though I really know that he's against this, but I'm going to do it, and then I'm just going to add him in and hope that he's okay with it. It will work about as well as it did in this instance. Not only will you fail, just remember the children of Israel, that this wasn't just this was what we call today an epic fail. Not only will you fail, you will fail miserably. And you've done it because you think that some way that makes you feel better about yourself, because you're like, well, I added God to it. Now, I didn't actually try to fix what he told me was wrong in my life. I didn't actually repent of what I've been doing wrong. I didn't actually seek what he had for me. I just kind of added him to it. I liken it to, well, I went to church on Sunday, so I should be good. I didn't change how I lived my life the rest of the week, but I went to church on Sunday, so I'm good. I added him in. I've had my add-in of God for the week. That hour that I spent on Sunday that's going to make all the difference. And I promise you, I'm not discounting the value of the church, but if that's what you're doing, then you're not only going to fail, you're going to fail miserably. Because it's giving you a false sense of security. You don't have the power of God in your life. You have a ritual that you go through that makes you feel better about yourself. That's all it is. There's no power there. It's just an add-in. Makes you feel better. Makes your life a little bit tastier, I guess. Kind of like bacon does on the hamburger. Just add it on. It'll make it better. But it doesn't make it better. We see an example here. Choosing to add God in didn't make it better. Just kind of throw him on after the fact. It it actually made it worse. So let's not just add him on like he's going to be okay with it. Let's truly make him Lord. That's what's required, is make him Lord. I pray that you're doing that. I pray that I am doing that more and more each day till it becomes natural, that I don't do anything without seeking him first, lining up with him first, because when I do, I'll have that success. God bless you. I hope you have a great day.